Hey y'all. All right, so I'm gonna get ready with you all for the day. This was a topic that obviously exploded on social media and all the situations I've been basically dealing with YouTube and uploading and this and that and this and that. I'll update y'all later. I think that right now I'm just trying to stay in a positive vibration. It's been quite a while since I've actually. Oh, let me plug in my computer. It's actually been quite a while since I have been, this, in my opinion, you know, on top of uploading. So I think that all the new stuff that YouTube has put out here and is doing for creators and whatnot, I think is a new experience for me. So it's basically my little update in terms of like how I feel about everything. So I'm gonna get ready with you all. Whatever. So I'm gonna share the screen soon to her tweet. Um, Now, if this is the case and she's saying that this guy has, taken advantage of their rendezvous and has uploaded the video, yes, I do feel really bad for her. I think that DJ Academics had one of the best things to say. Honestly speaking, I think that his perspective, I think, is a right perspective. And I don't think it's just for, quite frankly, I don't even think it's just for um celebrities at this point. You see what I'm saying? I don't even think it's just for celebrities. I think it's really women in general that, have a certain kind of persona or want to live in a certain way, but you have to understand that like not everybody has, good intentions for you. That's the sad reality is like um and I think that with this digital age and everything being like, technology and instant gratification, instant upload, all this stuff, I really think that people have to be more careful with who they surround themselves with. Maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it wasn't that big of a deal, you know what I'm saying, to just like, meet random people, create friendships, date people. But sadly, I think that it's making a lot of things way harder because here we have a young lady who clearly thinks that, you know, like nothing really. Why did it freeze? Reload. All right, one sec, y'all. Oh, I'm here, y'all. One second. I think that there is some kind of glitch. One second, y'all. One second, y'all. So we're gonna go to this in a minute. Make sure I can hear myself. Yeah, I can. Okay. So yeah, maybe this program is just different or something. That's weird. One sec, y'all. This time I don't even have that much tabs open, so that definitely should not be happening. So I'm still here, y'all, but on the other stage, it looks like I'm not, but I actually am. So one sec. So I'm about to get into the tweet that he put about her. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on a different page. Okay, so while I wait for that to get back on, y'all, I'm just gonna show you guys the page what he put. Because I actually opened up a different tab and it's still not showing me for some reason, even though my camera light's on. So I think it's a tech glitch like usual, my lord. You would think that we're still retrograde, right? Okay, so this is what he put, which I definitely have to agree with. Okay, so Red has to stop messing with broke bums with nothing to lose. How every man she would desperately try to let the world know they're trying to smash her. I love how down to earth she is, but it's time that she leaves these guys alone with ankle monitors and they mama house where they belong. So basically, what he was trying to say about her is like, listen, you're in a different class of people now, whether you like it or not. There is, and just like social media, just like if you get to different tax bracket, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, unfortunately, even if you are quote unquote real and you think that you don't mean nobody no bad, you think that you could just basically get down with it, get down. Unfortunately, especially if you become a multimillionaire overnight and you have hit records and the whole country is playing your songs, you can't just hang out with any kind of person. And sadly, it does seem like these guys that she was hanging out with um, were taking advantage of her kindness, right? Like, were to some degree, they were. I mean, especially if this is true now, not everybody believes it. Not everybody thinks that this was the guy that did it. According to what she says, she thinks it is. She thinks it was the guy that I mean, she's yet to go into detail, but basically, what would have had to take place is he would have had to take her phone or somebody's phone and be logged into her Instagram account and upload, their intimacy. So, yes, in Hollywood, sadly, it is common. Doesn't mean it's right. You see what I'm saying? Just because it's become like common practice for some celebrities does not mean that it's the right thing to do. Now, here's really what I think, especially with how the world is nowadays. You're not married to this person, and even worse, I mean, we've seen these celebrities get divorced, get hitched, get divorced, go date their co-workers, Ariana Grande, aka being a home wrecker. Now she's living full-time with a guy that literally left a newborn baby with his wife he's married to for all these years. I mean, celebrities in a way are a good roadmap to what we shouldn't do in life. You see what I'm saying? And like, even if you are married to somebody, you have to understand that, like, when you have somebody that close to you, like, they can use what they have against you, right? It could be a complete, loving relationship, but then overnight, um, something is used against you. So even in marriage, even in, a long-term relationship, it's like you cannot fully trust what somebody does behind closed doors or even in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really can't trust um somebody taking pictures of you or video of you or whatever. Like, there has to be boundaries. There definitely has to be people that sadly love themselves more than they love other people, you know what I'm saying? And like, don't trust that easily, you know what I'm saying? Like, because even in marriage they can use what they can use those things like against you. They could try to use those things against you. If there's a divorce, breakup, especially kids involved, Joe Jonas and Sophia Turner, you know, like it's so messy, and of course, Taylor Swift is amongst the drama, but even him with his kids, he is he's caught up in all that. You see what I'm saying? And like now it's like free game, because now that they've broken up, it's like what he says versus what she says. So there's so many examples in the media that show us that okay, they can be loved up one moment and the next minute they're going at it in court. So if this is the case for her and this guy did, put her business out there, yes, I do feel bad for her. But in addition to that, I think that sadly, like just like what academics said, she's gonna have to learn to you know, separate herself. Sadly, she's gonna have to just separate herself and understand that like not everybody means you well. A lot of these guys, if you got a bag of your own, a lot of times these guys will also try to use you. They'll try to hook up with you to get their next bag, to get to attract more women, to get more status off of you. Britney Spears is a great example. Britney Spears has gone through it so many times. Like, how many times have we seen Britney Spears, date a background dancer, a backup dancer? And these are the guys that have multiple kids for a multiple women. And for some reason, with Britney Spears, she gets involved with these guys that clearly are only there for one thing, to take her money, to get more famous off of her, to be able to tell their homeboys, yeah, I smashed Britney Spears. They're not there to actually take care of her and love her and support her. So, I think this could kind of like, I think, dabble into like other topics like, feminism and gender roles and all types of stuff. But the reality is like, you got to love yourself more than you love other people. That's the lesson that I'm taking from it, and that's what I think that other people need to realize is like, just because you may be interested in somebody, or you're not plotting on that person, right? Because you already have money, you already have status. So any guy that's coming to her is plotting, what I'm saying, like they're basically plotting on her fame. And sadly, that's how she has to think. Now, a lot of people I've seen are saying that she's hood, she's a hood girl. Her baby daddy's in jail. She wouldn't, she has to adjust. She's just coming up. Okay, it doesn't matter, what I'm saying, like, if you know you're going to be famous at one point, if you know you're going to be wealthy or rich at one point, you have to plan for the future. You could be broke today and a multimillionaire tomorrow. And that's just the reality of life. Life can change on a dime, for better or for worse. So I think that, girls, no matter what industry they're in, especially if they're trying to be a rapper, you have to plan for the future. That's how you stay out of bankruptcy. That's how you stay out of debt. That's how you stay out of groupies and people who use you and haters and all types of stuff. You have to be thinking 10 steps ahead. And maybe in Red's case, she's not thinking she's not thinking 10 steps ahead, guys. Like, maybe she's not thinking 10 steps ahead, and this is why she's having the problems she's having, because she's thinking that every guy that she's talking to is just like the guys she dealt with before she was famous. But now that she's famous, she has to move differently. And I think DJ Academic said it best. So he said, I don't think that Red uploaded herself. Clearly, it's a guy holding her phone and recording. That guy probably just uploaded the crap to her story and called it a day. So exactly, it's like that guy probably didn't even care if she was embarrassed. If that is the case here, guys, like, the guy probably didn't even care about her being embarrassed, her having depression, her being ashamed in public. Like, they don't care, because once you're a certain level of fame, They don't treat you like a regular person. They treat you like an animal. They treat you like an animal in a bubble glass cage. Okay. They treat you like you're not a human being. And so if Red is a real down to earth chick and she's a genuine chick, you know what I'm saying? She's not just like Britney Spears. She's not going to think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? She wants to hook up. She wants to have a good time. She's not going to think nothing of it. But guess what? All the dudes plotting on her are all the guys that think she's, remotely attractive or whatever, or like that she has a household name are going to be plotting on her. You see what I'm saying? So, here's what I think is a bigger picture is like, no matter what level of status or fame, no matter what, income, whatever, like when somebody's with you or you're with somebody, like make sure y'all have your own. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you establish boundaries very early on. You know what I'm saying? Like you could actually tell your partner, like, no phones, no cameras, no recording. Like, I don't know if she told the guy that or not. I'm just putting it out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to be dating somebody, you could easily just be like, okay, like no cameras, no recording, no this, no that. Like, be vocal. You know what I'm saying? And if you're with somebody and you're not able to be vocal enough to say, okay, I don't want to be photographed right now, I don't want to be in a video, then there's no relationship to begin with. There's no trust to begin with. If somebody's able to violate you and expose you, then that's not somebody that really has the best intentions for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It could be on a smaller level, a much smaller level, all the way to A-list celebrities. You see what I'm saying? Like everybody is in a situation where because of the internet, people can take advantage of them. And what I'm saying is, especially as a woman with her own bag, a big bag, you have to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, sadly for her, maybe her type is a certain kind of guy. Maybe she likes street guys. Maybe she likes guys that have a certain kind of look. And maybe in her industry, or maybe, the newfound fame that she has, she doesn't like, maybe the kind of guy that she likes doesn't exist really around her, right? So she has to kind of revert back to what she had before she got famous. But her reverting back is like going to get her in trouble. So I saw people on Twitter saying like this is not the first time. I saw some people saying that this is not her first time. There's a more than one leak of her. Okay, so exactly my point. Like, the people that she is around don't have her best interest at heart. Like, that's just basically bottom line for me. So ladies, do not have people record you. Okay. I don't care if you know the guy for 10, 15 years. In a court of law, in a separation, in a divorce, it's called revenge, whatever. I can't say the name on YouTube, but it happened to Black China. When Black China was with Rob Kardashian, the same thing happened to her. He was spiteful. He was jealous of her level up. She was getting to the bag. She was improving herself. And what happened? He leaked all the private pictures that Black China sent Rob Kardashian. He leaked all of them. He leaked all of them. So typically, when a girl is with a guy, she's not gonna want to like leak anything of his, because like, what is there to leak? What is there to show? You see what I'm saying? But with a woman, it's different. Women can make money off their body, right? So a guy knows like, okay, having pictures of her, having video of her, okay, I'm gonna go sell it here. I'm gonna go sell it there. Like, guys are not innocent, men are not innocent. They plot just like other kind of people plot. You know what I'm saying? They're not immune to like gold digging. They're not immune to trying to level up on a person, trying to use a person to level up. Like, they're not exempt. You see what I'm saying? So maybe Red has this idea in her mind that like, oh, no guy would ever want to use me. No guy would ever want to expose me. That's incorrect. So girls like her and other women out here need to understand, like, you cannot trust these people. I don't care if the person tells you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Under no circumstance with any person I'm with, I'm gonna let them have a phone recording me. That's insane to me. Like, I would never trust a person to do that. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. Is it just because she doesn't know any better? Is it because, she thinks that these guys don't want nothing from her? Like, what is this? What is the setup? You see what I'm saying? What is the situation? Like, is it because she thinks that, oh, these guys already have some money, so they don't need my money? I'm not really sure, but all I'm saying is that, especially if you're this type of status, you cannot just have anybody record you. So hopefully she'll learn from this. Hopefully other women will learn that, okay, one day you could be famous. Not that every woman on the planet is, but I'm just saying, like, look, she was a regular girl, right? Making regular money. Now she's making millions. She's still hood, but she's making millions of dollars. So maybe her mentality is, oh, no one's gonna like hurt me. No one's trying to like get at me. That's not true. That's not true. Okay. So sadly, these men have shown her that she cannot trust them. And on a bigger scale, she's shown women that, okay, you may get famous one day. You know what I'm saying? And you got these men in your back pocket who you mess with in high school, or you mess with in your 20s or whatever, and you're coming up on a bag. And guess what? They want some clout off of you. They want to make some money off of you. Okay? So you have to understand that, like, you know, being a human is having urges. Being a human is having relationships, yes, but like, to some extent, when you enter a different tax bracket, when you have certain kind of, like, prestige or status, you can't just be around anybody. That's just a sad reality. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have any other person hanging around you unless you have an NDA or you have some kind of agreement. Maybe she needs to get an NDA. Maybe she needs to like start having these men sign paperwork, right? Like, why did she get paperwork involved? Because if she got paperwork involved, if anything comes out, she could say, guess what? I'm going to sue you because in our contract, in our agreement, you know, we had an understanding. You broke that understanding, so now I'm going to sue you. Now I'm going to take it to court because we had paperwork. So ladies, get your paperwork, okay? Stop recording yourself, especially if you're just regular people. It don't matter. Like, anything can happen, y'all. You could win the lottery. Your life could change overnight. So all these people talking about, oh well, it don't matter because we're not celebrities, we're not famous. It still doesn't matter. That person can take that personal property and spread it, can sell it. You see what I'm saying? So even if you're not famous and you're messing with a guy or a girl and you're recording yourself, for the guys out here, you're recording what you're doing, you probably should stop that. Because at any moment in time, if that person switches up on you or you switch up on them, even worse, they could take all the videos and pictures you guys had together and try to sell it, try to embarrass you, right? And then now you're gonna have to go to court. You're gonna have to probably file a restraining order. I mean, it can get really messy. So yeah, abstinence, celibacy, uh, singledom is definitely winning. In this day and age, people that have their own money and they're single, they're out of the mess, no kids, getting to the bag, they're winning. And anybody who says that they're not is a liar, because everybody else out here is basically in the category of being exposed, in the category of being used, in the category of losing money, right? If you're participating in any of those other things, the chances of somebody messing you over is very, very high in this technology age, in this digital age. So yes, I feel bad for her. If she's lying about the guy, um, putting it out there, she needs to sue him. She needs to sue him. She has to go to court, because guess what? If she did not agree to that, of her being recorded, then she needs to go to court. But there's too many young ladies out here that are with regular dudes doing the same thing. Now realize, now wait, one day you could be like all these other girls, or not even just that, they could be taking your stuff and showing it to their homeboys, right? Which is even worse. Like, they could take your stuff and try to try to gloat and boast like, oh, look at this girl I got, look at how she look, blah 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 blah. So nothing is really private. You see, if you're with a certain kind of person, that's going to be established, but most people don't even establish that. I do, right? I do. But a lot of people out here, I see it all the time. They go on social media and they're gloating about how, you know, they're recording themselves in the mirror and all this stuff. That's going to be used against you, straight up. So don't record it. Don't take no picture. Don't have nobody zoom in on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow it. All right. That's my thoughts, y'all. Come back later on if she updates people about, you know, the truth of what happened. I'll come back on later, but I got to go. I got things to do. All right. Take care, y'all. Bye.